Hello, I'm Pam Coles. Today's reading is from chapter 4 of the Epistle of James. There are several Jameses in the New Testament, and probably the most well-known one is James, who was the brother of John. They were both disciples of Jesus. But he was beheaded by Herod Agrippa in 44 AD. Our epistle writer is considered to be the James referred to in Matthew 13. Jesus had gone to Nazareth. He preached and he'd healed people, and the locals were amazed. Isn't this the carpenter's son, the son of Mary? Aren't his brothers James, Joseph, Simon and Judas? Josephus, a non-Christian Jewish historian, tells us that James, brother of the so-called Christ, was stoned to death in 62 AD. But before that, he became the leader of the church in Jerusalem. He was noted for his wisdom and piety, but wasn't so heavenly minded that he was no earthly use. His epistle is full of advice for Christian living in all its ups and downs. Today, he's addressing the rich, who hoard up wealth at the expense of the poor, and in so doing store judgment for themselves. Look, the wages you failed to pay the workers who mowed your fields cry out against you. The cries of harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty. So what has that to do with us unless we're underpaying the man who mows the lawn? It tells us that God is aware of the injustices of this world, then and now. The slave trade's in the news. Men who made fortunes and came back as respected benefactors in their own communities. But at what cost? Black Lives Matter, now and then. And closer to home, mill owners and mine owners who made their fortunes on the backs of men, women and little children. But some stuck to their Christian principles. In chapter 1 of his epistle, James writes, "All good things come from above." That was my school motto at an establishment founded by the Crossleys of Dean Clough, Halifax, carpet makers, who vowed, if God prospers our work, then the poor will share that prosperity, and they kept their promises. And now, the Lord Almighty knows what's going on, and he knows that we know, whether it's slave labour in Britain or brick kiln workers in Pakistan. Let's resolve to be more aware of the source of our food and goods, the conditions of workers, and those losing jobs and livelihoods right now, both here and abroad. James said, if someone is without clothes and food and you say, go in peace, keep warm and well, and do nothing, what good is that?